Welcome to Cardboard Chemistry. I'm your host, MTG Labman, and today we're going to continue with our spoilers from MagicCon Vegas, and we're going to go over what we've seen spoiled from the Marvel Superheroes set. Uh, right, Marvel Superheroes is the next set. We had Secrets of Strixhaven, we have Marvel Superheroes, then we have The Hobbit, Reality Fracture, and then Star Trek to round out the year. Uh, just three cards were spoiled during MagicCon Vegas for Marvel Superheroes. Uh, Paul Bettany, the actor that plays the Vision, was there to spoil the cards. And needless to say, the cards that are spoiled are Vision related. We have two different versions of Vision, and then we also have a Infinity Stone spoiled. So starting off, we have Vision Synthesoid Avenger, four colorless, legendary artifact creature robot hero, 3/3 with flying. Whenever a player casts a spell, if it isn't that player's turn, choose one. You put a +1/+1 counter on Vision, or Vision phases out. So instant speed. Any players playing instant speed removal. Uh, if they target Vision, you can phase Vision out as a response to the instant speed removal. Or if they're playing instants to counter other people's spells or do that, then you can grow Vision. The +1/+1 counters do not go away as he phases out. It's not like blinking. It's just treated till they don't exist until your upkeep. So really interesting card. Probably restricted to Commander only. Maybe Standard, but we'll see. I could see it getting very big with the instant spells in Standard and how quick Standard goes, but a 4 mana 3/3 that has pseudo protection from instants may not be the most optimal choice in Standard uh, or limited formats. Moving on, we have the Vision. So this is the other copy of Vision. Four colorless, so same cost as Vision Synthesoid Avenger. For a 2/5 legendary artifact creature robot hero, flying vigilance. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, choose one that hasn't been chosen this turn. Solar Beam, the Vision gains double strike until end of turn. Density Control, the Vision gains indestructible until end of turn. Or Technopathy, you draw a card. So probably a real fun Voltron, right? Colorless Voltron. The only thing is, like, you don't have a lot of. I don't think you could build colorless. It wouldn't be your head commander because there's not a lot of colorless instants and sorceries. So running him in a deck where you're spell slinging, and you can say, all right, whenever you cast this, he gains double strike, he gains indestructible, you draw a card. I could see him being run in Izzet. I could see him being run in my Veyron Voice of Duality deck, wherever you cast an instant or sorcery, basically double triggers. Um, so fun card. I could see Voltron-ish build. You bring out Vision. You cast something on him to give him, plus something till end of turn, and then you choose. Okay, I'm going to give him double strike, and then I'm going to cast another 1-drop cantrip and he gets indestructible, and then I'm going to cast another 1-drop cantrip to draw a card, and then you just swing in with Vision. Seems like a cool commander, cool build. Like I said, not sure how much you're going to see in Standard. I mean, I could see it being run as, okay, I cast something, target Vision, or I just cast something and target a creature that benefits me, I draw a card. I need a blocker, I cast something to deal damage to this creature, I give Vision indestructible, and then I block with Vision as a way combat trick for removal. Um, Moving on to the final card that was spoiled is the Mind Stone. So the next Infinity Stone, one colorless and a white. Um, kind of weird that the Mind Stone is tied to white, not blue, but um, I'll set that aside for a legendary artifact, Infinity Stone. Um, Indestructible, tap, you add white. Basically the same as the Soul Stone, except in white versus black. Um, Pay 5 and a white to tap to harness the Mind Stone. Uh, so, the Soul Stone had 6 and a black and sacrifice a creature while tapping to harness the Soul Stone. Right, in lore, the Soul Stone was the only one that really had a cost to it, so I could see why they don't. Um, you know, uh, but I really wish this had an additional cost to it. Right, these Infinity Stones are supposed to be powerful. They're supposed to be, hard to obtain, and adding just a mana value cost to harness the Mind Stone seems kind of short. Like I would have liked to see, right, we're in white, so um, you know, uh, uh, exile something from your graveyard or something like that. I mean, the Soulstone's one creature, like it's not that big of a deal, but it's just a hoop to go through, and I wish there was a hoop attached to it. And then once the Mind Stone is harnessed, it has at the beginning of your end step exile up to one other other permanent you control, then return that uh, card to the battlefield under its owner's control. Right, so you get to blink something, you get to teleportation circle, Conjurer's Closet, something once this is harnessed. Um, right, we're looking at blink, so blink effects probably going to be a lot of blink effects in Marvel superheroes, but since this is a blink effect. Um, you know, not super exciting, not a crazy ability. I mean, it's Conjurer's Closet, it's Teleportation Circle. It's something that you get at the end of your turn, and you are paying a total of 8 mana to have that. Between paying for the Mind Stone and then harnessing the Mind Stone. So not the craziest effect. I think it could have been better, but definitely in blank decks, it's probably going to see use. Um, in Planeswalker decks, you really don't get the benefit because it's at your end step, so you don't get to do anything with that. The only positive is, the Soul Stone. When you harnessed it, you had to wait till your upkeep. Its ability triggers on your upkeep, where here on the Mind Stone, the turn you the turn you harness it, you can use that flicker at your end step. So there is the benefit there. And with that being said, that wraps up the end of these cards that were spoiled during MagicCon Vegas for Marvel superheroes. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Take care of yourselves.